The meaning of the movie. Author Orpheus for Reading for Minutes published 3.10. 2021 updated 3.10. 2021 The movie, The Legend of the Green Knight, introduces the viewer to the interesting and exciting adventures of King Arthur's nephew Gawain, who gets into a dispute with the Green Knight and gets into an incredible story. For the audience, the ending of the movie by the director's idea should be happy, but its essence is a little different. The director wanted to show that each person has his own way of life and no one but him can pass it. It doesn't matter how a person dies after passing this path. What is important is that we need to become better every day, so that in old age we won't be ashamed that we didn't live our lives the way we wanted to. In the final scene of the movie, the viewer sees the episode when Zelena Knight strips Gawain of his head, and such a detail in the movie is there for a reason. It is a symbol of the fact that any person will have to answer for his actions that he has committed throughout his life. At the end of the movie and after the credits, the audience sees one more scene. A girl in a crown appears in front of them. We can assume that this is King Arthur's daughter, because the director does not give any clues as to who it could be. Such an open episode makes the viewer think about who it really is and independently fantasize the possible ending of this story. What is the meaning of this movie? It is quite profound, because the whole path of Gawain symbolizes the process of personal growth of a person, which is destined to be experienced throughout life. Only obstacles and trials can form a strong and self-confident person. Self-knowledge and spiritual strength are included. A particularly attentive viewer may notice an interesting, but at first glance not very noticeable detail. The viewer deliberately puts a little emphasis on the crossroads. This is another symbol in this movie. It is a kind of metaphor for the necessity to make choices and decisions on which the further development of events depends. The hero's travels can also be explained as a life journey, at the end of which one has to come to terms with impending death. One of the important problems addressed in the movie was the problem of ecology and conscious attitude to the world around us. Why is the night green? Because this color symbolizes life, but in other sources death is also associated with this color. Gawain receives a belt exactly green as a symbol of life, but at the same time the color green carries a not very positive connotation. It means that his soul has begun to rot. This is one of the main contradictions. Man as a creature contradicts himself, because he destroys all living things on earth, when he is unable to live a day without them. Man has begun to consider himself the center of everything, and because of this he has decided that he can fully dispose of everything that exists on the earth. This is far from being true, and nature tries to teach man, whenever possible, how to properly coexist on the planet and not to harm either himself or nature. In general, the movie violates the already pressing problems for mankind. It does not know how to value itself or all that surrounds it. In trying to become better and improve the world we live in, we harm ourselves. All because we have not learned to take care of the environment in which we live. All because of our anger, selfishness, feelings of unreasonable superiority. These feelings pierce a person through, and it is very fraught with negative consequences. The movie teaches a person to pay attention not only to his needs. There are more things around him, thanks to which he lives. Also, we should not forget that each of us will pay for what we have done, and at the end of life we will have to repent for what we have done during our life. One should not forget about personal and spiritual growth, because this is not the last aspect, which plays no less important role in the structure of human life. The movie is deeply philosophical and makes you think about the meaning of human existence, his purpose on this planet. It should be watched by everyone who cares about the quality of their life, both physical and spiritual.